officially married by marriage certificate, but we are by common law because we have been together. Yes, in some states, yes. But North Dakota, to her surprise, she would not find out until the interrogation. North Dakota does not acknowledge common law marriages. So she was not going to inherit this actual something that he wasn't actually getting. He was being scammed with an online scammer. And so that's what led to all of this. She believed he was getting it. He believed it. And so the day of, she's like, he's about to get rid of me. I need to do something about it. Let's go ahead and dive into what we know at this time. At the end of the day, rest in peace to our victim, because at the end of the day, that's what this is about. Stephen Edward Riley Jr., he deserves justice. He did not deserve this whatsoever. This has been a tumultuous relationship, and it has been going on for a while. Again, they were together for 10 years. It is known there were problems. Let's dive into what we know, into the details of this case. Thea Kenoyer, a 47-year-old North Dakota woman, was arrested and charged with one count of murder, a Class AA felony in Ward County District Court. She is accused of poisoning her 51-year-old boyfriend, Stephen Edward Riley Jr., rest in peace, Stephen, with antifreeze on September 30th. Riley was first taken to Trinity Hospital in Minot and later flown to Bismarck Hospital, where he unfortunately passed away on September 5th, 2 days later. Now, according to court documents, Riley's friends reported to law enforcement shortly after his death that Kenoyer may have poisoned him with antifreeze. They actually alleged that Kenoyer had made comments in the past about poisoning Riley with antifreeze, and even made comments after his death alleging that he was poisoned. However, no lab work tests for antifreeze had been completed, and no medical professionals had conveyed any information about Riley's condition to Kenoyer. Furthermore, friends of Riley, they were a little concerned. They informed the authorities that Kenoyer had a financial motive to murder him, as he believed that he was the recipient of a $30 million inheritance. They stated that he planned to meet a lawyer at the airport on September 3rd. And that's when a lot of this started coming to light. And so they go to the airport only to wait for a lawyer who never shows up, because all of this was a scam. Kenoyer and Riley, they had been in a relationship for about 10 years, and she even referred to herself as his wife. According to witness testimonies, of course, they're going to be investigated. They're going to be asking people about him. And so, according to witness testimonies, on September 3rd, Kenoyer had thrown Riley's property outside, expressing anger because Riley was planning to leave her. Later that evening, at the airport, Riley began to complain about stomach pains that he was having. And he was unsteady on the feet. He was starting to get a little lightheaded and a little woozy. He was not feeling very well. His friends witnessed his health rapidly declining and wanted to seek medical treatment for him. But Kenoyer, she insisted that he was just suffering from heat stroke and just needed to go home and rest some. Within an hour, Riley began vomiting and could no longer walk on his own. Despite his deteriorating condition, Kenoyer claimed that she had medical training and that she knew how to handle heat stroke. Riley's friends, they trusted her and they allowed her to take care of him. That would turn to be a very fatal thing. And they trusted her. They thought, okay, 10 years, the last thing they're going to be thinking is that, right? But after Riley's death, the coroner discovered toxic levels of ethylene glycol, a key ingredient in antifreeze, which is alarming now. Now, they find this in his system, and tests confirm that he died due to ethylene glycol poisoning. Investigators found a glass Coors Light bottle, a plastic mug containing antifreeze in the garage, and an old Windex bottle containing bright green liquid in the living room during a search warrant at Kenoyer and Riley's shared home. Now, Kenoyer, she admits that she made him some sweet tea throughout the day. Investigators believe that she put some antifreeze in his sweet tea throughout that day on September 3rd. She claimed to have been aware of Riley's inheritance and believed that she was entitled to the money as his common law wife. However, she was shocked to learn that North Dakota does not recognize common law marriages, meaning that she would not be entitled to any portion of this inheritance that they believed she was getting. And so now we find that there is nothing there for you. Now you're currently being held at the Ward County Jail and your bail has been set at $1 million. Now again, she's alleged to have done this. If convicted, she could face life in prison without parole, and this case serves as a reminder of the importance of understanding the legal implications of relationships and the consequences of criminal actions. And that's why I do this video, because at the end of the day, you do not know what a person is capable of. Who would have that someone would even think of doing this? And when the story first breaks, we only know that this all happens because of an inheritance. What we later find out, basically about 24 hours later, is that all of this was a scam that Mr. Riley had fallen for. And so he goes to the airport thinking he's going to be signing some papers and inheriting money. This is one of those scams that people do fall for. You see, he was convinced that he had inherited the money and was going to receive it when the supposed lawyer landed in the area. But the supposed lawyer never shows up. We would find that out from Mr. Riley's son, Ryan, who told the New York Post that in an interview. And so now, the Minot Police Department spokesperson said that they have no evidence that the inheritance was real, but investigators believe that both Riley and Kenoyer thought it was legitimate. And the son went on to tell the Post that his father had been planning to break it off with Kenoyer for some time. And so this relationship was basically coming to an end. It was a tumultuous relationship. And so he was going to break it off with her, according to his son Ryan. He described his dad as caring, but said his patience had worn thin with the suspect, calling her lazy, adding that she never had a job and he was basically taking care of her and she was a freeloader just living in filth, is what he said. He said she was extremely lazy and never did anything. My dad was a very caring person and would go out of his way to help those around him. That's what the grieving son said. And according to his Facebook page, Ryan, his son, is in the U.S. Army. Thank you for serving. And he's based in Fort Hood, Texas. After he heard that his father was ill, he rushed home to North Dakota and he was able to see him before he would officially pass. As soon as he got word that my dad is sick and he is suffering, he came home right away. And Ryan said that the home that his father and Kenoyer shared was deplorable, with dog poop everywhere. He said that there was dog waste almost everywhere. There was dirty clothes scattered all over the home. Trash seemed to be endless. Nothing there was clean. That's what he said. And so investigators, they actually do believe that Ina did this for money that she believed that she was entitled to, this fortune that he was coming into. And so until they break the news to her that no, you would not have received anything. And again, she's going to get her day in court because she deserves a fair trial. Right now, she is alleged to have poisoned him. You see, when paramedics arrived, they found Riley unresponsive in his Minot home, and he was rushed to Trinity Hospital in Minot. And he would later be transferred, as I shared with you. And, Kenoyer, she told authorities that he had been drinking a lot and that he suffered a heat stroke. That was her reason into why he was so sick, until they had that autopsy and they find that he had not been drinking and he had died after ingesting antifreeze. And so the police search of the couple's home revealed so much, as I shared with you. Now, again, she's denying all of this. She even took to Facebook and she even was putting stuff out there like, you guys are crazy. And literally, she was denying all these accusations in a series of Facebook posts that you really couldn't even understand. So I'm never even going to get into it. But right now, she does face class AA felony murder, the most severe murder charge in North Dakota, carrying a sentence of up to life imprisonment without parole. My friends, if you are a person of prayer, please pray for Stephen Riley Jr. that he gets peace, that he gets justice that he deserves, and that his family finds a way to keep his memory alive. I'm Manny Rodriguez, my friends. If this is the type of content that you like to follow, please hit that subscribe button, because at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's about being a voice for the victims. It's about being a voice for you, to let you know this is what could go wrong in this crazy world we live in. Who would have thought something like this could happen? A scam of all things. I don't know the mindset behind this stuff. I would like to think I wouldn't fall for something like that. You never know until you're in that position, right? And so, at the end of the day, please rest in peace. Please, if you're a person of prayer, pray for Mr. Stephen Riley Jr., taken from this world way too soon. Until next time, my friends, be careful, be safe, be aware, be alert. Peace.